Now, I asked the CEO, a very big CEO from Nigeria. You understand? I think he's even a friend to Davido. So I asked him a question in his comment section. I said, Sir, what is one thing you changed in your life that pushed you forward? And he replied me, he said, great question. He said, I needed to change my environment. He said, I was stagnant and I was feeling stuck. I screenshotted that to remind myself of something that I was going through. And what is that thing? Sometimes you outgrow your environment. Sometimes you are in an environment and you feel like everybody is fighting you psychologically, mentally, spiritually, and otherwise, because you are not meant to be in that environment. You need to go to where you are valued, respected, and seen. You need to be in an environment that the little you do will not make people feel like you are doing too much. I don't own a car. I'm not living in the best place. I don't even, how much do I have in my bank account? But there's something that I have that is bigger than everything, which is God and my belief of myself. So when I felt like people were fighting me in my environment, psychologically, spiritually, socially, even in my former job I was working, I now realized that they were not fighting me. They were fighting what they were saying that I could not see myself, which was I was bigger than my environment. Because let me tell you, you might think you are making a lot of income. Let's say, for example, you are making 20,000 dirham monthly. The day you will sit down with somebody that makes close to $100,000 weekly, you will see the conversation is different. Now imagine a person making that kind of amount is now in an environment where people are making that kind of less money. How do you think you're going to be seen? I'm not making any money, but I'm trying to give you an example that your environment matters a lot. You can be doing little for yourself. You can be doing little, you have nothing, but you just have emotion, you have a belief, you have a consistency, you have a discipline, and that becomes a problem. This is fact. I'm not telling you I am telling you of things that I have experienced. Are you listening to me? So I felt stuck. Every time I try to take a leap, something pulls me back. Every time I try to make a move, something tried to bring me back. Every time I try to move, something tried to, not while I am the person that keeps a little few friends. In fact, the people I call my friend are not even more than 2 or 1. I'm the type that maybe people know me, but probably I might not even know them. You see, that is why I talk about awareness. You see, the price of awareness is isolation. Because when you've seen too much, you've experienced too much, you feel too much, you've seen too much energy, you've understand people more, when you see somebody, you understand who they are already. It will be so hard for you to want to relate with people. You will only want to relate with somebody that understands your energy, somebody that can resonate with you. You only want to resonate with somebody that when you speak, the person don't see you like you are bragging. When you do something, the person don't feel like you are doing too much or you're showing yourself. No, you don't want to be with people like that. You want to be with people that will genuinely support you, genuinely want to be okay with you, genuinely does not see you as a competition, genuinely does not feel threatened by your success, people that genuinely can draw you and say, this is working, without them feeling that you will outshine them. This is the biggest problem we have in the world today: insecurity in humans. Every one of us has an insecurity in one part, but the problem is a lot of people don't want to work on those insecurity, but they allow it to be their source of life. They allow it to make credible decision for them. In fact, when it comes to important decision for life, your insecurity is so chronic that it makes decision for you. I'm telling you, if people can literally learn to work on their insecurities, things will be getting better. I'm telling you fact. So it made me, I felt like, okay, you know what? There's some environment that I would be, and I feel like this environment is literally drawing me back, it's pulling me down, because energy is real. Energy is so real. Energy is so real. Energy is so real. When I begin to understand that energy is real, I begin to walk differently, think differently, act differently. The wealthy people in this life, have you ever wondered why you see a wealthy person will just go to one island and buy a house and stay there? Do you ask yourself why the Onoha brothers prefer to live in that Atlantis, Jumeirah, or wherever they are living? Do you ask yourself that question? Why didn't they come to Business Bay, get a 2-3 bedroom, which is okay, and all that? Why? Why do you think they prefer to stay in that place? Even if you feel like they had the money, there is a reason why, because they understand about energy. They understand about energy. When you begin to understand the consciousness of energy, you will not be moving with everybody. You will not be talking with everybody. You will not want to be seen by everybody. You will not be moved by everybody. You will not cooperate with everybody. Because energy is real. In the world we live today, energy is currency. The world we live today, energy, aura, attention, these are energetic field. They are the real currency. Now, you think it's money? Why do you think you might not have money? You might not have anything, but when people see you, they feel like you have everything. It's because of energy. So when I tell people to protect their energy, it's not a joke. Energy is real. And they are what we call energy stealers. They are people who steal energy, who harness energy. You have to protect yourself from that. When you stay around people that complain too much, it will drain your energy. When you stay around somebody that is negative, it will extract your energy. When you stay around somebody that is unhappy with themselves, it will take your energy. If you stay around people that does not give gratitude, or they are not grateful for what they have, it will take your energy. If you stay around people that does not like you, it will take your energy. This is why people specifically choose who they want to relate with. There's a stage you get in life. When you start making it in life, you start getting income. Have you realized that when a person start making income, enough of income, they separate from their friends? They no longer move with that group of friends. They begin to want to look for people that is in the same alignment with them, because they understand about energy. This is why the rich marry the rich. They do business with the rich. They do everything with the rich. They have a circle of themselves. Why can't they mix with the poor people? Because they understand about energy.